my harmonic balancer there. You kind of see that it's bobbling around a little bit. Actually, I don't think it's too bad, but I'm going to go ahead and replace it anyways, just because, you know, the peace of mind. So instead of the HEI that most people use, I'm going to go ahead and go with a power bond. Quality-wise, it looked like it was pretty similar to, I don't know, a typical aftermarket harmonic balancer. In terms of what we're doing today for the harmonic balancer, we have to take out this bolt, looks like this bolt, these guys that hold on an ABS bracket, and some people are saying like you got to take out the sway bar. I'll see how far I can go without taking off the sway bar, because it looks like you have a straight shot to take the rack out from the side. So we'll see how that goes. So another thing to note when you're taking out that nut bolt, there's a nut on the other side. You can access it from the top of the car. You can see it right there with the box end wrench on the end of it. Alright, so for this bolt, actually it's a nut on this on the left side and then a bolt on the right side. I think you can kind of see it there. So you'll need to hold on to this side with the box wrench and then ratchet it off on the other side. Okay, now I realize why people take off the sway bar, because you can't get to that bolt back there for the steering rack. So we got to do 1, 2, and then on the other side 3, 4, and hopefully it hangs down low enough so I have access to that nut back there. Yeah, it does look like I do have a ton of room to get to it now, and all I did is just unbolt those 4 bolts, and I could just let the sway bar hang. Alright, so I got both the bolts out for the steering rack. Now I have to get to the steering bolt for the, I guess, steering wheel shaft. And that's it down there. So it looks like I have to take off the alternator to get to it. The belt. There's the tensioner. You just go ahead and put a, what is that? 15 millimeter on there. Push it forward and then wiggle the belt off, and you get the belt off there. Okay, so to get the alternator off, it's just take off this connector, this connector, and then there's a nut here or screw there, and there's another one down there, and they're both 15s. Alright, so alternator's out. Now I got a free shot to that nut down there that's on the steering shaft. Alright, now that I got that screw off there, it looks like I need to take off the 2 little lines that are hooked up to the power steering gearbox. And then I gotta go underneath and lower the carriage right there using those bolts, and I just need to lower it enough so I could pull that guy down and out. That guy meaning the steering box. Alright, so that's the nut that I have to take off right here. I almost lucked out because I think it's a 20 millimeter or a 13/16. I think this is a spark plug socket, and it fits really good. A little bit of slop, but you know what? I think it's gonna do. Here's what you gotta deal with. I'm not exactly sure which lines I need to start moving around, but the black ones on the right are brake lines, and I think those are definitely gonna be in the way. So I'll have to move those off to the side. Then I think I gotta look at the lines really quick and figure out which power steering lines I need to disconnect, but from what I'm reading, it looks like it's only supposed to be 2 of them that I have to disconnect. So we'll find out. So I ended up taking off the upper radiator hose. That way the ABS can come up a little bit higher. This is where you brake and take a freaking beer, because to get to this point, it's flipping insane. The brake lines back here that are attached to the ABS line, need to get moved over a lot. Cat 1150 foot-pounds of torque right off the bat. So this should help me get the crank balancer bolt off. Okay, now that the fan is out, now there's a lot of access to get to this guy, so I'm gonna... Damn. Beautiful. So there's a harmonic balancer there, completely reinstalled with an ARP bolt and some brand new serpentine belt and a brand new alternator belt. I guess that is the alternator belt. Brand new belt on the bottom. So basically everything's all hooked up. ARP bolt is in there. I think they recommend 190 foot-pounds. That's all reinstalled properly. One of the things that I didn't mention in the rest of the video is that you will need this guy. This is basically what takes place at the starter. You take the starter off and the passenger side cat. This bolts up to where the starter is, and then this part meshes with the teeth so that it locks down the crank as you're tightening down the crank bolt, because it's 190 foot-pounds and something's going to move. Even when you do put it in 6th gear, there's enough slop in the system to not get your full 190 foot-pounds. So highly suggest getting one of these. It's about 30 bucks on Amazon or a bunch of other places that you can get. Highly suggested, but basically here it is, completely done. Hopefully the video has helped you out a little bit. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and shoot them down below and I'll try and answer them as they come. Alright, thanks a lot guys. Enjoy your car. Bye.